What's up, y'all? It's Kamikaze MMA coming back for another video. The GOAT, unfortunately, lost his belt tonight, but we got a great fight out of it. Love Petr Yan. It's going to be good. I'm fine with an instant rematch. I'm fine with the Sean O'Malley match if after Song Yadong knocks him out, but yeah. And then, you know, two pretty bad endings for me for the title fights. I love Joshua Van, I love Petr Yan, but not the way I was expecting them to go. Let's get right in. Starting off with Mary. Sorry, guys, I just finished crying. I'm joking. Marin Santos versus Muhammad Naimov. Marin Santos puts Muhammad Naimov out. He's strong. He was way stronger than him the entire fight. Way stronger. Every punch he landed looked like it was about to take him out. Every single punch it landed. The commentators were talking about that. It was just obvious. Muhammad Naimov knew he didn't have what it took to stand with him. Like I said, he didn't have the ability to control him, so got knocked out. Moving up. Mansour Abdul Malik versus Antonio Tricoli. Mansour Abdul Malik finishes the person who's supposed to get finished in round one by submission in round one. I mean, this was obviously going to happen. Whoever thought it wasn't is fucking ludicrous. I don't know what you're thinking. Yeah, that sucked. It didn't suck. It's just, why is this dude in the fucking UFC? Iwo versus Ebo. Might be the best fight I've ever seen besides the main event. The main event was a really good fight, but this was the best under 2-minute fight I've ever seen in my life. Just so crazy. Let's look at the knockdowns. Okay. It says 1-2. It was like 4-3. It was like Iwo had 4 knockdowns and Ebo had like 3 knockdowns. In 2 minutes, they were just going fucking crazy. It was fucking crazy. Wild. One of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. They both shot a takedown, which makes it even funnier in the 2 minutes. Crazy. And then moving up, Edson Barboza versus Jalen Turner. Yeah, dude. I don't know if Edson Barboza retired, but if he didn't, what are you doing? This fight was sad. This fight was honestly sad. I was like, why did you put it? Why did you go out there? Why? Who set this fight up? Sad. Everyone knew it was coming. Moving up, Marvin Vettori versus Bruno Ferreira. I was also 100% right on the picks in the early prelims. Martin Vettori looked horrific. Honestly, I will be honest, though, I fell asleep in the second round. I think he might have won the second round from what I've heard. But I did fall asleep in the second round. Dude, I got 2 hours of sleep, okay? I have insomnia. All right. Give me a break. Give me a break, boss. Moving up, Nazim Sadikov versus Faris Siam. After round 1, I was like, yeah, this is kind of what I expected. And then when round 2 started, I was like, oh my gosh, Nazim Sadikov's going to get KO'd. He didn't throw a single shot the entirety of the fight. It says he threw 21 strikes. He did not throw a single strike the entire fight. Faris Siam gets him back in the clinch when there's 2 or 2.5 minutes left. Keeps him there. Nazim's like, okay, the round's over. Gets knocked out. 2 elbows. Bing. Bing. Out. Good stoppage. People were like, oh, dude, you can't stop a fight at the end of the round. Yeah, you can. Especially when a guy's like getting up like this. Oh, where am I? Whoa, why'd you stop it? What? That fight was over. Macy Barber versus Korean Silva, I did not watch. I went to go get gas in my car. I'm not even joking. I really did not watch it. But Macy Barber won. I told you she was going to win. I said whoever I pick is going to lose. I told you that without even knowing. If I would have picked Macy Barber, I swear to God, Korean Silva would have won. I didn't feel like watching that. Cool. It's just so goofy. Like, so goofy that they put this fight on such a great fucking pay-per-view. On such a great pay-per-view, they put fucking Macy Barber versus Korean Silva. Like, what are y'all doing? KO, submission, KO, KO. Pretty good decision. You're not finishing Marvin Vettori. KO, decision with a woman's fighter. Submission, KO. So yeah, they just ruined. I don't understand why they would put that fight in. But I just got a long break out of it. Went to go get, some gas in my car. Just in case I needed to go, I can't stop. I gotta stop saying, in case I had to go to play golf in the morning or something like that. Peep the title, it's that. Moving up. Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. Bro. Terrence McKinney should have fucking knocked the head off of Chris Duncan. It says 31 to 53 total strikes. It was more like 53 to 31 total strikes. I don't understand why Terrence McKinney is only listed at 31 total strikes. There's no way that happened. I could have sworn Chris Duncan got knocked down too. Am I tripping? Am I tripping, or did Chris Duncan knock it? I could have sworn he got knocked down. I could have sworn, but no, I guess not. Chris Duncan with a submission win. Terrence McKinney. Oh, that's why it says Chris Duncan has that many strikes, because Terrence McKinney quit on the ground, and the ref didn't stop the fight. He would not stop the fight for him. And so Terrence McKinney was just like, please put me into a submission. He got put into a submission and tapped instantly. I can't believe, I think it was, it's Ova. What's his fucking name? I try to blank his name because I hate him so much. Mark Goddard. It was Mark Goddard, of course. Of course. Who else is going to make a terrible stoppage? So, yeah, Chris Duncan gets it done by submission in the first. Moving up. I'd just like to say that I'm still 100% on picks, because I did say Korean Silva. I did say... Wait, did I pick Terrence McKinney? I picked Terrence McKinney by submission in the first. I'm almost 100% on picks, because I did say Korean Silva was going to lose, but I am going to pick her so that she loses. You know what I'm saying? Chris Duncan gets the submission in the first round. Pretty great fight. Really great fight. Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. What the fuck was Grant Dawson doing? What the fuck was he doing? Dude, he's not good at fight. He should have retired, honestly. Manuel Torres should not have won this fight, but I knew he was, because Grant Dawson is just so scared on the feet. He gets on the feet and he's like, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, terrible. And then Manuel Torres puts him out with a nasty right to the temple, left upper hook to the chin. Puts him out. Bad. And Grant Dawson's just on the ground, just fully covered up. No attempt to get up or anything, which, he probably shouldn't have. He probably should have stayed there, so. Moving up to the main card, bro. The main card. Oh my gosh. Dude, Yan Blachowicz was having a fucking ball when he heard it was a draw. He started dying laughing. He was like, I guess this is just my career now. I guess this is just my career. Round 2 was probably a 10-8. Round 2 was a 10-8. Yan won round 1 with two stiff jabs and a leg kick. Like I said, 2 stiff jabs and a leg kick. And then I said the reason I'm picking Yan is because I feel like he's just going to be centered. He's going to be there. He's going to be in his box. He's going to just be stiff jabbing and throwing that leg kick. Bro goes out there in the second, and he's usually just here. Boom, leg kick. Boom, leg kick. Bro comes out, and he's just like, oh. And then for the entirety of the third round, bro is just getting fucking mauled. They gave him 0 significant ground strikes, which I would not say. I'd say he landed at least like 5 to 10. But they gave him 0. He got mauled. Round 3. Yan comes back. Yan comes black out. And he just fucking dominates him. No, he doesn't. It was a close round. The only reason he won the third, like, decisively was because what I was really hoping what would happen is in the third, which ESPN is fucked, dude. I can't wait to get out of this fucking ESPN. They kept switching to a fucking basketball game. I was 30 seconds left in the third round, and it goes, I think you want to watch a D2 basketball game right now. I'm like, whoa. So I turned it back. I had to rewind it back to 30 seconds. Rewatched it. And Yan Blachowicz just lands the tightest right hook on Bogdan Guskov. Almost finishes him. Arguably almost finishes him. I was hoping that they'd give him a 10-8 anyway. He'd win by what? 20, no. 10. So 28 to 27, right? 18. Yeah, 28 to 27. That's what I was hoping would happen, but they obviously weren't going to give him a 10-8 for that. Close round up until the end. But really good fight. Really good card, honestly, altogether. Moving up. Predicted this fight essentially perfectly. Anyone who was fucking picking Henry fucking Cejudo to win this fight, first off, you're fucking insane. Okay? I was rooting for Henry. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping he'd catch Peyton with that right overhand and just put him out. If you were picking him to win, and you were picking him especially by fucking wrestling, who have you watched? Did you watch Henry Cejudo fight? Bro, this dude is not a fucking wrestler. This dude is not a wrestler, and that's what I was saying. I've never seen this dude win a fight. I've never seen this dude fucking wrestle. How are we picking this dude by fucking... How are we picking this dude by his rest? Dude, he's an Olympic gold medalist. Yeah, so is Bo Nickel. Or no, I don't even think Bo Nickel is. He's like a Penn State champion or some fucking bullshit. He's not even an Olympic gold medalist. Dude, Henry Cejudo got taken down 2 times in the first round. What I also said is Peyton Talbot's going to beat the fucking shit out of him. But Henry Cejudo's not getting knocked out. He's not. He's not going to get knocked out. He's too tough. He's too much of a veteran. He's not going to get knocked out. There was like 5 to 10 performances of the night and 5 to 10 fight of the nights. Dana has to hand out like millions of dollars on this card. Because this was one of the best cards I've ever seen in my life. I just have to keep reinstating that. It was incredible up until the last two. I know most of y'all are probably excited. I do like Yan. It's going to be fun having him as champ. But I hope they do Umar versus Yan next. And then Merab can come back. But Jan's going to need some time off. Fuck, dude. This fucks everything up. Not our GOAT, dude. Not our GOAT. No one can say he's boring, though. No one. No one can say this dude's boring. This dude is not boring. Anyways, yeah, Peyton Talbot puts a beating on Henry Cejudo. It was a little sad. But, and the ending was exactly like Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier, where Max points down and Dustin just backs up, dude. That's the saddest part, is it's like, oh, dude, it's the last fight of your career and you're going to go out backing up. And that's the saddest part for me. Great performance from Peyton Talbot. Easiest matchup of his career, if we're being real. Henry Cejudo had zero chance to win this without winging a wild overhand that lands on Peyton Talbot's chin and puts him out. Henry Cejudo had no chance of winning this. His wrestling accolades are fucking fake. His striking is mid-tier at best. And there was no way he was going to win this fight. Hani Barcelos is really good, though. We do have to say that. As a grappler, Hani Barcelos is top 5 bantamweight grappler. We have to talk about that. I mean, I don't rate Henry Cejudo high at all, but Felipe Lima was getting takedowns on Peyton Talbot a little bit. So maybe not top 5. I'll take that back for now, but Hani Barcelos needs to get a top 5 fighter. Genuinely. I wouldn't mind Hani Barcelos versus Merab next. For Merab's, like, comeback fight. Moving up, Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. I fucking told y'all. Brandon Moreno landed one punch the entire fight. I think it was a left hook. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to play with Lego, bro. I'm going to play with Lego. He landed one punch the entire fight. Tatsuro Taira dominated him the entire fight. If you want to give round 1 to Brandon Moreno, you don't know what a triangle choke is, and apparently the commentators didn't either. A triangle choke is when this part of my arm, of your leg goes this way, your other knee comes over this side. His knee was over this side, and his other leg was like trapping the knee there. That's not really doing anything. That's not really doing anything. That's not a triangle choke. That's like what someone who sees a triangle choke and tries it in the street does, who's never been trained. He's like, oh, I think I just wrapped my legs around this dude's head and arm. I think that's what I do. People were like, oh, that's tight. That's tight. It's like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was not tight at all. He did nothing on the bottom. He manipulated Taira's arm for a little bit, did nothing on the bottom, and he got fucking beat up in the fucking second round. I can't believe people were saying it was an early stoppage, to be completely honest with you. What was Brandon Moreno had to do? Get knocked out cold? Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that almost made, I don't know, the way people treat Moreno makes me not a fan of him. Because I don't think he beat Davis and Figueiredo in all of their fights that he won. But people were like, oh man, you gotta let him fight out of that. It's like, yeah, I did want to see Brandon Moreno go out cold. You're right. We should have seen Brandon Moreno go out cold. No, dude. He was out of the fight. He wasn't doing anything. Tatsuro Taira was just boom, 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 boom. And they stopped the fight because Brandon Moreno was just sitting there getting his fucking head smashed in. What are you all talking about? Great stoppage. I think it was Jason Herzog. Great stoppage, Jason. This is why you're everyone's favorite ref. Um, Alexandre Pantoja broke his arm after piecing up Joshua Van for about 20 seconds. Pieced up Joshua Van, broke his arm, fight over. Really not much else to say about that one. Cool. Ruined my parlay, but the next one would have anyways, so who really gives a shit? Joshua Van celebrated. I guess he didn't know what happened, but that is a valid reason to celebrate. In my opinion, if someone... that's what... Because the Dustin Stoltzfus versus Joe Pyfer fight makes no fucking sense to me. I have to go on a rant about this for a second. Joe Pyfer's in there to put you out and hit you while you're unconscious. Joe Pyfer is there to give you brain damage. The worst kind of injury you can have. Brain damage. He's there to give you brain damage, Dustin Stoltzfus. He's there to knock your head off of your body. He wants to kill you. Dustin Stoltzfus takes Joe Pyfer down. Joe Pyfer breaks his arm, and Dustin goes, "Oh, are you okay? Oh, I can't believe I did that." Bro, you broke his arm. He was trying to kill you, and you broke his arm. It never makes sense to me. I understand you don't want the fight to go that way because people could take away credibility. Alexandre Pantoja would not have broken his arm if Van did not push his head kick up. If Van just let that head kick down, Pantoja would not have broken his arm. Fluky win. Not great for anyone participating. But Van just fucking won a belt. Let the fucking... He's 24. Let the kid celebrate. He's fucking 24 and he just won a belt in 26 seconds. Let the kid celebrate. Now, I will say, if Pantoja was like still trying to fight, his arm was broken, but he's like, I'm still gonna be here fighting, then I don't know if I get the celebration more or less, because it's like, then you're beating up a one-armed dude. But he sat there and he just was like, no, I don't want to fight anymore. That's what I would have thought if I was in Joshua Van's position. I'm not thinking, oh, this dude just broke his arm. I'm thinking, he just fucking quit. I'm the champ. I'm the fucking champ. He just quit. So, Joshua Van's the champ. Valid win. I think it maybe should have been a no decision, or no contest. I think that might be a okay thing, but it's not. So, if it's not a no contest, and if you break your arm, falling back on it, it's like saying, it's like someone winning. It's like what happens if Van just caught him with a wild overhand in the first 26 seconds? Like, is that not the same thing? No, because Van would have been trying to do that. He's trying to win the fight. I don't think you care how you win the fight. I really don't. I don't think you care if you win the fight by... Unless you're like Aljamain Sterling and get the belt by getting illegally kneed. But other than that, that was a valid win, in my opinion. That's about as valid as you can get. If people are like, no, dude, no, it's not a knockout because, he wasn't actively trying to break the arm. Okay. What about if you slam someone? Are you actively trying to knock them out there? What happens if you slam someone with the intent of breaking one of their bones? Should that count? Like, when is it a valid win, in your opinion? So, anyways, I actually wasn't going to talk about the fight much, but thinking about it, that's a valid win. If you break someone's arm in a fight, you won the fight. You could say, oh, no, dude, Pantoja broke his own arm, dude. He broke his own arm. Okay. Okay. Doesn't matter if you jerk me off or I jerk me off. I'm still coming, bro. The arm still got fucking broken. Okay? The arm still got broken. It doesn't matter who did it. Who done it? Who done it? The arm still got broken, and Joshua Van got the belt wrapped around his waist. That's what's important. Moving up to the main event of the evening. The GOAT. Tastes defeat. Tough night. Great night, tough night. You know, a lot of emotions here. Merab's my favorite fighter. You know, I'm kind of happy this happened to him. Because this is the same thing that happened with Alex Pereira. You know, this is the same thing that happened with Kamaru Usman. Kind of. Not less Kamaru Usman, though. It's this thing where someone loses, someone who's hated by the community, just loses their belt, you know, loses that that aura, and people are like, oh, he's relatable now. So now people are gonna like Merab. I was here first. Merab has never been boring besides the fight with Aldo. Besides the fight with Aldo, he's never been boring. Name a fighter who hasn't had one boring fight. You can't. You can't name one fighter who hasn't had at least one boring fight. You can't, okay? So, I think Merab will be back. I think Merab was winning that first round in the striking. And then he got hit with a pretty good shot. And then he still won the first. I think the second round was also Merab. I think his ability to land and his grappling advantage in the second one, you could say, but dude, Petr was landing the harder shots, dude. I guess. But it was close. I mean, I really think Petr's stance just makes the shots look less hard. Because, in my opinion, Petr was getting hit a lot with hard shots as well. I thought Petr was getting rocked a couple of the times from round two to round, even in round one a little bit. He was getting like a little shooken up by some of the shots. But when Merab gets hurt, you fucking know. He like wants you to know. He's like, I'm fucking hurt, dude. I'm so fucking hurt. When Petr got hurt, it was like, okay, I have to reset. He's doing this the whole fight. He's covering his mouth like this, which was kind of actually really cool defense. I don't know if it would work much, but it looked like it was kind of working for him. I'm sure it helps not get cuts, at least. So I thought it was 2-2 going into the fifth, in my opinion. I thought Petr... I think round 3 was Merab's round up until he got rocked to the body. Bro, this sucks. If Merab just didn't go, oh no, and just fucking run away. If he just went, that stung, and just stayed there and boxed a little, I think he would have won round 3. But the other judges gave round 2 to Petr, so he wasn't going to win the fight, okay? He wasn't. I think you still could have honestly given round 3 to Merab based on him picking up Petr. That's my fucking favorite thing, dude. No, bro. That's my favorite thing is fucking Merab just picking up dudes and standing with them for like 4 or 5 seconds. Just like standing and being like, dude, this is my bitch, and then slamming them. Petr could have knocked down Merab. Could have knocked him down. He did get more takedowns, though. He did get more takedowns. But Merab doesn't need a takedown. You know? He just needs to hold you up against the fence. Dude. Fuck, dude. Merab. Fuck. I guess Petr landed more significant, but dude, Merab got 35 more total strikes. Dude, He fucking threw 341 strikes. I don't think there was like 2 seconds that went by. I also think that a lot of the shots that landed on Petr Yan were not counted because Petr Yan's guard is just so tight that like the punches that were landing like through the guard right there, or like landing on it even, I think those were still hurting Petr Yan. Maybe this is just me coping. Leave it in the comments, dude. You're just coping. Probably, but I don't know. I mean, fuck, dude. Why? Dude, Merab is just so visual. He just loves for people to know that he's fucking hurt. He just likes it. He likes it. He's like, dude, look at me, dude. I'm fucking hurt. And then Petr is like, oh shit, that fucking hurt. Okay, I got to stay here. Okay, let's get back and fight. Okay. And Merab is like, hey guys, hey, oh god, oh. I really do think if Merab was just a little more fucking like, let's just stay here for a second, that hurt. We could come down, let's just stay here for a second. I think he probably would have won this fight more. I just don't know. I don't know how you're like, oh yeah, dude, Petr's doing the more damage. And Merab's just literally getting rocked and then immediately just throwing like a 4-punch combo. He's getting rocked. He kind of was rocked. But he's getting rocked. And he's throwing a 4-punch combo. When you're really rocked, you're not throwing a 4-punch combo, dude. You're trying to survive. Unless you're Ebo and Ewo. But see what happens there? Dude, if Merab was actually, like, at danger of getting finished in this fight, then Petr Yan would have finished him. Because Merab did not stop throwing. Fuck, dude, I'm coping so hard. Fuck! Ugh. Man. At least I still got Alex. I still got Alex and Carlos Prates, dude. Those are my top 3. I still got them. That's so funny because it's just... You know, because Carlos Prates and Alex remind me of me. But Merab just reminds me of something I could never be. And that's really inspirational. So... tonight we're going to be rubbing it out. Tonight we're going to be rubbing one out for Merab in his honor. I'm going to go for at least 25 minutes. Straight. No stopping. No stopping for 25 minutes. I'll give myself 1 minute breaks in between. So probably 30 minutes total. No breaking in between the 5 minutes. In honor of Merab. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is real. Petr looked fucking incredible though. Alright, I'm done coping. Petr looked incredible. He looked really good. I really think if Merab shot in the first round, the fight would have probably gone a little bit differently. But Merab was kind of piecing up Petr for the first, 2 minutes of the first round. And then Petr lands a nasty 1-2 down the pipe. Nasty 1-2. I thought Merab was going to get finished. I'm not even going to lie. I really thought he was going to get finished in the first. And then he just comes back and immediately starts throwing combos, which won him the first round on every judge's scorecard. Second round comes around. I think he won it. I don't really see the argument for Petr winning it. They landed at kind of the same rate, same power, same pop, same everything. I don't really see the argument for Petr winning it. Maybe that was... I think round 3 was the round that he got the takedown. No, maybe that was round 2, but Merab immediately reversed it. And then Petr immediately reversed it, and they landed like the same amount of strikes. So maybe the takedown gave it to him, but based on what I was seeing, I thought it was Merab's round. Anyways, third round comes around. Merab comes out firing. Lifts up Petr Yan, shoots down, kind of controls him for the entirety of the round, and then Petr lands one of the best body kicks I've really ever seen. One of the best body kicks. I don't know how Merab didn't get finished in this fight. I really don't. I really, really don't. I don't know if he was faking the injuries. I don't know why he would do that, but I don't understand how he wasn't finished in this fight. He was hurt like 5 times. I guess it's just because Petr Yan has some of the worst finishing instincts of any, like, his name is No Mercy, and all he did was give Merab mercy. Maybe that's it, is Petr Yan's finishing instincts are just horrific. Because he'd have Merab hurt, and he'd just be like, is he really hurt? Oh, okay, the round's over. Merab's like, oh, fuck, oh, God, oh. Petr's like, is he really hurt? But yeah, Petr hurt him in every round except for round 2, if I remember correctly. Unless round 2 was the round where he landed that right hand, then he hurt him a little bit. That was a good right hand. But I remember that being in round 4, I thought. Anyways, great performance from Yan. I was so hoping the judges would just give Merab rounds 2 and 3. I knew he won round 1. There's no question. But I thought he won round 2, and I thought round 3 was close enough to give it to Merab. I was like, dude, please just get out of robbery. Please. Just get a split decision robbery. 48-47 Merab. And then another scorecard reads 49-46 Yan. And the next one reads 48-47 Merab. Anyways, the 5th round, Petr Yan they both look pretty fucking gassed. I've never seen Merab gas, and he gassed in this fight. I think it was just because he wasn't expecting... I really don't think he was expecting Merab to be tough. I think he was expecting the same fight as last time, and he was just like, I'm going to strike with this dude because this dude doesn't throw strikes. And then he got caught in the first, and then when he got slammed on his head, I was kind of like, yeah, this fight's probably over. So I hope Merab comes back. I hope we get a Merab Vic. It's tough, dude. This sucks, though. It's tough. It's tough for me. It really is. It really is tough. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to cope with this. Because I really did think he was the GOAT. I don't know if you could say he's the GOAT anymore. He's definitely the bantamweight GOAT, no question. Yan's up there, though. Yan's number 2 now. No, I'm not joking. Yan is the 2nd best bantamweight of all time. He is. He's the 2nd best bantamweight of all time. And they're probably reaching the top 10s. I think this loss brought Merab down from like number 4 all time to probably number 8. I think this win brought Petr Yan up to like number 10 all time. I'm like genuinely not even joking. I'm not joking. If Petr Yan never lost to Aljamain Sterling, he'd probably be a top 5 fighter all time. Up until he came to Merab the first fight, if the first fight still happened like it did, Merab took the belt off of him. But that's not what happened. So yeah. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Good time. It's tough. You know, it's tough when your favorite fighter loses. It's tough. It's tough. I still think Carlos Prates went to a draw with Ian Gary. Peace.